How's it going, folks? So today we had 50 attorney generals from across the country come together on Capitol Hill to announce that they are formally joining the Justice Department, the DOJ, in the investigation on Google. So they're formally opening the investigation on Google, and this is pretty big news. First of all, it's 50 attorney generals, bipartisan, Democrats and Republicans. We've got white people in here, black people, Latinos. So this is a really, a big mixing pot of people that want to see or make sure that this company is not overstepping the law inside their business practices. I don't think we've had an investigation into an American company this big since Bell, Ma Bell, I think they used to call it, which was essentially AT&T. They were stripped and broken up into 8 different companies, 7 or 8 different companies. And I think Bell Atlantic, which is now called Verizon, is the only one, or one of the only ones, that is still independent of AT&T. All the rest of the companies that were created out of that antitrust breakup were eventually reconsumed by AT&T, and today are a part of AT&T again. So, the investigation is not very clear on exactly what they're looking into or what the remedy is going to be. They're saying this is the very early stages of it, but some questions that they put on the table is: how free is the internet for consumers? How free are the services that Google provide that they say are free when the way that Google makes their money is through advertising? And if they're charging Best Buy and Target and Guitar Center and all these different companies major cash to advertise to you on their platforms, who's paying for that? And when the investigation is concluded, I'm almost sure that the investigation is going to show that end users are going to be paying for all of that anyway. The companies are going to put all of that cost on us. All that advertisement cost is going to be on the end users who eventually are buying the product, services, whatever it is that you're purchasing. The actual price is going to reflect all that. Are they taking advantage of their situation dealing with privacy? Is it legal for them to be invading your privacy or overstepping and intruding on your privacy as much as they do? Google is known for not even letting you use some of their services or most of their services if you refuse to let them track you where you are, or listen in on you or record you. It's definitely worth looking at. I'm really glad that they're doing this, because we've been talking about this for the last at least 4 or 5 years. It started off as a little, smoke, and then now today it's just a wildfire. Like, I know I use a lot of Google products, and you cannot use almost any of it unless you give them permission to invade your privacy. And a lot of tech YouTubers talk about this very lightheartedly, and they talk about, we want to be involved inside all this new technology. So you kind of just have to decide if you want to give up a little bit of privacy for it. And the fact is, you shouldn't have to decide if I want to be a part of innovation, future technologies, and just be a part of the world, or if I want privacy. That shouldn't be the decision you have to make. You should definitely be able to use all of this new technology and still have your privacy. It's not a compromise that's necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way that they want to do things. They want to know everything about you. They want to be able to, have a dossier, for lack of better words, on everybody. It's definitely worth investigating and getting to the bottom of it, and hopefully doing away with those type of mandatory demands from these companies, because it's creepy. They made it clear that they want these companies to understand that they have to follow the law just like everybody else. One of the AGs at the public conference today said that Google's web or clause or hold over the market is likened to a company back in paper days, owning all the paper and owning all the pencils and pens and things that you could write on paper with, so making it that you couldn't actually compete unless they allowed you to compete. And as far as advertising and things of that nature, they are essentially deciding who's going to be successful. Like, take YouTube for instance. YouTube used to be generated by popularity, and today it's generated by what YouTube, the mothership company, wants you to see. So if people were getting a lot of views on their videos before, their videos would pop up in trending and recommended and all that stuff. And today it's all Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, whoever the night talk show hosts are. You're probably going to get some MKBHD and iJustine in there too. The priority YouTubers, and I watch iJustine and MKBHD. A lot of those tech YouTubers, they're safe. But the point is, YouTube, they pick those now. These type of videos don't generate to trending or must watch or anything like that through popularity. So they're essentially deciding who's going to be popular and who's not going to be popular, which kind of sucks, because I just started using YouTube like 6 months ago, and it's very hard to compete with these bigger brands if I can't actually go up or be seen more the more that my videos are seen, or however the system used to work. I hear from a lot of big YouTubers that it used to be a lot easier to reach a lot more people. So I'm hoping that this investigation pushes Google to be more fair in the way that they run their service regarding YouTube, but services in general. They also said that this is an investigation totally independent of Congress, so there was no political, agenda behind this from either the right or the left. This is something that they came together with the DOJ and said needs to happen for the American people. So it's good to hear people in government talking about the American people again, in junction with actually trying to make life better for us. Before, Obama years and stuff like that, Bush, Clinton, they talked a lot about the American people, but they actually were destroying us while they were smiling in our faces. It boggles my mind how many generations of idiots in this country have gone by without noticing that they were being absolutely trashed. It's crazy. I watched this stuff, and as a teenager and a kid, I gave two craps about politics, excuse my language. But as an adult, it's so vividly 4K clear that these bureaucrats and plutocrats, technocrats, whatever crats you want to talk about, these people were selling your country out, selling you out, and trying to turn you into a third world. It's crazy that nobody got that until Donald Trump got in office, or, largely people did jump on the Trump train and started seeing a light. But there were patriots and people that saw it before, so I'm not going to say everybody, but the people that did see it, in the long run, for the long haul, Alex Jones, Ron Paul, a lot of these people, they were just silenced. Simple and plain. They were shouted down. They were called crazy, racist, and whatever other name that the Democrats could conjure up to scare black people and minorities into never listening to a word that they had to say. So I'm happy that Google is under investigation and possibly going to be broken up into more companies that can innovate and compete and hopefully create a more fair playing field for businesses and consumers. I'm going to follow this case and probably do updates on it the more I find out about it. It's still fresh. It's not too much to talk about. I'm just talking about the fact that they finally opened up the investigation formally. So I'm going to leave it right there, folks. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about Google, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Black country, young rebels, revolutionaries fighting for what's right. Your thrones are too high, you need to come back down to earth. We're real people, you fall, we still see you. You're lost, we won't leave you, I promise that. What the hell does it mean to act your own age? I said forget what's sin, I make my own wave. Prodigy went to his grave, trying to save you niggas from yourself. Black contra men are brave.